as if they haven't had a tough enough time already, we've just turned up the heat on the challenges.
And the Travelator, we've turned up the speed on that. We've got the Eliminator coming up next.
Gladiators.
The Eliminator decides who goes into the semi-finals and who goes home from here. And Nicki's heat eliminator was a walk in the park last time. She started 10 seconds ahead and ran home the winner in 1:19. Sandra started from behind, but when her opponent slipped on the Travelator, Sandra came through and broke the tape at 1:40.
Sandra, your time is actually a little bit slower than Nicki's for the Eliminator. However, you've got a 1 second head start tonight.
1 second isn't much, Kimberly, but I'll just do my best anyway.
Okay, well, that's all we need to hear. Nicki, it's been a great challenge tonight.
Yeah, it's been tough. It's been a real challenge, and it looks a lot easier on TV, that's for sure.
So are you happy with your performance?
I will be at the end, maybe.
Well, you're also carrying an injury, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. My right ankle. I hurt it in swing shot in practice session. So it's been sore all the way through since then.
Okay, we're ready for the female eliminator. Nicki and Sandra, good luck, and I'll see you at the other end. Over to you, Mike Whitney.
Sandra, you will go on my whistle.
Sandra has
Nicki,
a 1 second
you will go on
advantage,
John.
and at 29, she's 7 years older than Nicki. And you heard Nicki admit that she's got a dodgy ankle. But does any of this count in the final test? We'll know in about a minute from now. And am I imagining it, or is Nicki actually quicker over the hurdles? Yes, Nicki is the leader of the two. Both women phys ed trainers, both eager to show the other who can do it better. At this point, the Queensland kayak champion is pulling away. Those arms and shoulders, the legacy of paddling the kayak all these years. Nicki taking the net well. Sandra trains Navy recruits. She ought to recover some time on the net, you'd think. Nicki's not looking back. She's just storming to the top and readies herself now for the big drop. Across the platform she goes, grabs a hold of the handle and comes down flying. Lands with ease and turns her attention now towards the beam. Sandra's at the top of the net, and she can only hope that Nicki's going to stumble because there's at least 20 seconds between these two. Nicki across the beam with not a foot wrong. She steps off confidently towards victory. Sandra struggling still as Nicki pumps the arms and the legs. Couldn't make it the first time around. She comes down. Sandra up to the balance beam. Nicki pausing, looking around. Sandra's dreams have come true because Nicki's ankle is hurting her. You can see her stretching the ankle and Sandra just taking her time. Nicki's trying to get up there. She couldn't hold on. Sandra up the outside. Keith is ecstatic because she's made it. Yep, Sandra's through to the semis. What a great win. And talk about deja vu. She's done the same time as her heats. Nicki looks like she's really hurting on that ankle, taking her time, and we can all imagine what Nicki's feeling. That ankle must be killing her. She wants to finish it off, her heart saying yes, but her body saying no. This is the point that separates heroes from the rest. We're about to find out if Nicki's going to finish the Eliminator or not. John Forsyth giving her all the time she needs. She's sucking in the air. She's working on it. Come on, Nicki, you can do it. Yep, she's going all the way. Nicki, welcome home.
Okay, well, Nicki's finally made it through the paper burst. Sandra, you paced yourself right throughout the Eliminator, and you made it up the Travelator the first time.
Yeah, the same thing happened in the heat, Kimberly. I came from behind again. But that cargo net, it gets me every time.
How was the hand ladder this time?
Oh, it was hard. From hang tough, my shoulders are a bit sore. But, I just paced myself and I was very lucky.
Okay, well, you've got time now to have a bit of a rest before the semi-final. Sandra completed the Eliminator in 1 minute 40, so you'll be looking to better that time then.
I certainly will, yes.
Okay, well done. Let's hear it for Sandra, our champion tonight. Nicki, it's that Travelator. It's such a killer, isn't it? Especially at quarterfinal speed.
Yeah, I wanted to take a little bit more time. Last time I took about 5 seconds as I jumped off the beam. And all I heard was these screams, "Go, Nicki!" And I thought she must have been right there. So I just went, I wasn't really ready. And I had to take about 3 tries. and it just wasn't my night.
Well, you pretty well overtook her right at the beginning there. That 1 second start wasn't too much.
Yeah, that's all the upper body strength, which I was okay at. I didn't have any injuries upper body. It's just my injury I'm carrying in my ankle, which psychologically pretty much held me back.
Okay, well, it was a fantastic effort anyway. Let's have a huge round of applause for Nicki, a great challenger.
Shane ran a formidable eliminator last time round, and with his 9-second lead, he never looked like losing and flew home in 1:10. James fell victim to the rolling logs, was overtaken on the net, and came home fast to win in 1:11.
Well, in that female event there, the eliminator, we just saw why the Travelator is known as our very own Heartbreak Hill. James, 4.5 second start to Shane. How are you feeling about that?
Well, as you see with the eliminator, you just saw in the females, anything can happen, so I'm just going to go flat out. Not going to worry where he is, I'll just do my best. All
right, we wish you all the best. We should point out at this stage that in the qualifying heats, there was only 1 second in your time on the eliminator between you, so these guys really are neck and neck. How about yourself, Shane? Any plan of attack here?
Yeah, I've got a bit of a fear of that balance beam. I've injured my ankle earlier on, and I'm a bit weak on the balance, but the Travelator, that's the answer, you know. If you don't get up the first time, she's all over.
Well, good luck. You've got that 4.5 second start because of the 9-point lead in the game so far. Let's wish our male challengers all the best here. We'll hand control now to our referee, Mike Whitney.
Shane, you will go on my whistle.
Shane's the bigger man. That doesn't always help, but a 4.5 second lead does. They are both pretty close on times for this event, but you just saw the back marker take the laurels in the women's event. Stand by for anything. Shane cleanly through the hurdles. James now hot in pursuit of his engineer rival. It's New South Wales versus the ACT. Canberra still in front. Shane up the rope and sprinting on the handbike. James is on the handbike also and looking like he's going a tad slower. I can't tell for sure. Shane's going up the cargo net. Will James cross the logs okay? Yep, he does. Now this isn't a replay. Both men are climbing in what seems like slow motion. Shane's still in front. They actually make it about 10 seconds in front of James as Shane comes down the zip line. A good drop and he's off and running. James has finally reached the zip platform. Shane seems to be favouring that strapped up left leg, and don't forget it was at this point that Nicki was so far in front and actually lost it. She couldn't get up the Travelator. Will Shane suffer the same fate? Here he goes. James is breathing down his neck, but I don't reckon there's any problem here for Shane. Hands in the air. Thank you very much. I'm through the semis, he says, and you certainly are, Shane. James comes through in a great time. What a fantastic eliminator. Here's Mike.
What were you saying to yourself? I could see you were mouthing words to yourself as you came up that Travelator. What were you saying?
Just come on, get it up there. It's tough.
It's a fantastic run. 1 minute 14 and a place into the semi-finals. A big round of applause for Shane. A great effort.
Thank you very much.
James, come on in. James, I haven't got a time for you here, but I was sort of doing a rough count of the cargo net. And Shane had a 4.5 second start, and you had some trouble on that cargo net. You came off and you were about 12 seconds behind him, but you caught right up here towards the end. You really blitzed it on that across the beam and straight up that Travelator.
Yeah, every round that cargo net's got me, so I was either going to get better at it today or lose, so oh well, I've done my best. And
that's why we call it the Eliminator. We say goodbye, but you've made it through to the quarterfinals. A big round of applause for James, and congratulations to Shane through to our semi-finals. Well, as always on our show, it's sudden death, and so tonight in the quarterfinals we say good night and goodbye to Nicki and James.
However, it's on to the semi-finals for Sandra and Shane. Congratulations, guys.
And we look forward to seeing you on Gladiators again next week. Good night.
Goodbye.